Sleek, curly, we all want to fight frizz. Garnier Fructis Sleek and Shine. Argan Oil Plus Cara System. Up to 72 hours frizz control. 97% humidity protection. Fructis Sleek and Shine. #1 in anti-frizz. By Garnier. Natural.
There it goes again.
All right, guys, welcome back to another episode of The Rundown. We are doing this on a Saturday. This is my apology for you guys for leaving you guys hanging from Friday. But today we're going to talk about San Diego Comic-Con with Kevin, the director, who is here in studio with me. We're going to talk about some Gal Gadot news, Wonder Woman 3, and I'm gonna do a little prediction for the box office. Hopefully, maybe Kevin can help you out with that. Like I said, in the studio, joining me today is Kevin, the director. I mean, is it okay that I use your real name? Or
dude, I'm like Iron Man. I don't care who knows my identity. Mm-hmm. Like, if they want to come at me, man.
Well, what's been going on, man? How you been? Dude. Welcome back to the studio. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man. And this time I actually got my full beard this time.
Yeah. I was like, oh, I'm so glad. I was thinking, well, should I use the same picture? I didn't know which one to use.
No.
You always keeping me on my toes, man. I see you.
Well, actually, you're not. I won't get used to the beard too quickly because I will be trimming it down. I will be trimming most of it down. I'm actually going to be cosplaying at ColossCon, Texas next weekend. I've been planning this cosplay for a while. A lot of it should be coming in this weekend, and I'm actually going tomorrow and Monday to Goodwill to get the last of it. But I'll be cosplaying Bernie from Weekend at Bernie's at ColossCon, Texas. So I'll just have nothing but the
What
mustache.
about who's going with you? Who's the other two guys going to be?
Unfortunately,
it's just going to be Bernie?
It's just going to be Bernie by himself. So
Zombie Bernie?
Not zombie Bernie, just normal Bernie. But if there's music playing like in the after parties, then I'll just be like...
Just sit on the couch, head tilted, just
get
I love that smirk that was on his face.
Yeah, I've been watching that movie to kind of get back into the mood of it. But yeah, no, I'm going to trim. I'm basically around, I think, Wednesday before I drive to Austin, I'm going to just trim everything down except for the mustache and just do a modern day Bernie.
Yeah. Man, if there was a movie that could get a reboot, I wonder if Weekend at Bernie's could get a reboot. Man, I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
I think it could because people are on their phones nowadays, so
nobody will pay attention. Really,
there was actually a situation where someone tried to do that in real life, like basically, but try to get this guy to sign paper. Basically, they went to a bank to do paperwork, and they're like, "That's a dead body."
So somebody shot the Weekend at Bernie's for a withdrawal.
Yeah,
then they got caught right there on the spot.
I think the only
way. How long ago did this
happen? I don't know. This is something I read in the news a long time ago. So that's something I'm doing. But yeah, no. As I said, I've just been busy. Like literally in July, after RTX, I got a little sick. So I was working on RTX, but also I had to do a lot of video and photo shoots at the office. So I like literally couldn't recover. I just had to just dive into work while having 100-degree fever. Damn. And
that sucks.
Yeah, no, but then I had to get better, so I just took as many medicines as I can. So I was like the cookie man, I was like rah 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 with over-the-counter meds, and thankfully I was better by San Diego Comic-Con. That's good. And I tried to see if I could get as much of it done before going to DreamCon. Most of it, I got a lot of it edited, but it was like I think a quarter way. I was only a quarter way into the edits of San Diego Comic-Con. Then I could do DreamCon, and like literally after DreamCon, like a week after it, I just got done with all my San Diego Comic-Con content. Awesome. And like literally, before I got here, I'm like wrapping up the last of the DreamCon content, and I've actually just wrapping up Mineral Blues edits for his DreamCon video. His will probably be out before mine because I still got 2 more San Diego Comic-Con videos. And my 200th cosplay music video that I have to release before the 2-part DreamCon video. So
you're staying busy.
Yeah, no, and like literally once, like I think the last week of August, I'll be working on my ColossCon vids. So there's like literally a lot of content to work on. Awesome, man. We're going to talk more about that in one of the last segments. We don't have a full rundown show today. Maybe like 4 topics, I think, 4 or 5. Not the normal 9 or 10 that we normally do, but it's like it's Saturday. I can't keep this man. This man is busy. We're gonna talk about his channel. We're gonna talk about more of his work at the conventions. But before we get into that, guys, you usually know what we normally talk about on the show. We talk about entertainment news and all these movie reviews. But this time around, we just have 3 topics and no movie reviews or show reviews this time. But we're going to do our Friday, I know it's Saturday, Friday box office predictions. So we're going to get down to that. And we're also going to talk to Kevin about his work with the last convention that you went to. And definitely go to his channel, check it out. We'll do all the shout outs and all that stuff when we get to that segment. But guys, remember, I know I left the T out, so you can support the channel by calling 281-406-1993 if you want to leave us a voicemail on any of the topics that we talked about, past or anything else you guys want to talk about, past, current, or something that you want to bring to our attention. You can do that, but you can also message us on all the socials and all that good stuff, and just let us know what you guys want to talk about out there, and we'll play it here on the show live. And we love getting your messages. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to his channel.
I always forget to say that. Like and subscribe, man.
Like, follow, and subscribe.
Like, follow, and subscribe. See?
And comment, but only if it's a positive, constructive comment, not one of those D-bag comments. Be like, yo, man, this person's got noodle-like arms. I'm like, they probably have bigger arms than you do.
Right. I guarantee that my noodle-like arms are bigger than the average. Are strong. I'm stronger than the average bear. Don't let the. What did Michael Jackson say? I may be a little fella, but my heart's as big as Texas. So
that's the way, boo boo.
That's the way. Oh man, now I'm gonna do my what is it, Yogi? I don't think the Ranger's gonna like that. Now you got that in my head. Now let's do it, boo boo. God, now I'm gonna be thinking about Yogi all day. All right, well, let's get right into it, man, because I know you're really busy because I can talk.
No, dude, take your time, man. As I said, I got done with pretty much everything, so we're good.
Let's get into the first topic of the day. So I don't know if you've heard. There's a influencer named Lil Tay. Did you see this? This was all over the internet that this influencer was.
I haven't seen that. Like the most recent things I've seen have been Paul Rubens passing away. That struck a blow. I know that one. I was just like, no, why? Why couldn't you take someone we all don't like? The Kardashians or something.
That was like the week before. Was that the week before last or something like that, or last week? So. And a couple of people passed away. But and we talked about that a little bit on the show. But in recent, I mean, I don't even follow this young lady either. Oh. So according to the internet, although I'll just say everybody that follows this young lady. This is a young. I don't know why it's doing that. This is a young influencer who I think she started off when she was 9 years old. She flashes lots of money. I don't know if she's a rapper. They say she's a rapper. I don't know, but. It was all I saw was online that this young lady. I think she's a teenager now. Maybe she's about 12 or 13. That's seemed to be a huge influencer and has a rap career seemingly. And then it's like, she just died. I mean, I'm thinking, okay, that's it's sad. There's a young lady who passed away. That's sad. Then the very next day, I'm not dead. The very next day, she goes on to TMZ saying, I was hacked. So this is really a story about hackers. Like what is the point? This is not the first time I've heard about this stuff. Hackers that do these things and announce death, all these fake death announcements and stuff. I mean, what do you think about it?
I think honestly, death's not something to be made light of.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've recently lost my grandmother back at the end of June, and if I were to say, "Psych, she's still alive,"
right?
That's like a total disrespect towards that person.
Exactly.
And because people have lost people, especially people in the young ages,
mm-hmm.
and the thing that sucks about faking a death like that is it messes with everyone's emotions, especially bringing up issues that are probably buried deep, or and to mess with that, I'm sorry, that's not okay.
And that's one of the posts that was kind of went away, but TMZ had to announce that she was still alive, but in a few seconds
to make it look like I'm looking at the video, but
right. But it shows that you can see right there, Lil Tay, that was on Entertainment Tonight. People ran with it. They ran with the story that she died, and then TMZ later the very next day was like, no.
We recant what we said. I think that's the reason, like, when I found out, when I heard people saying Jason David Frank, the Green Ranger, passed away, I'm like, until I hear it from his social,
like a family member or something right there, right?
Like a family member, or there is an actual police report, or like, I think I might know one or two people, like, because I used to work with him, but it's like, unless I hear something from them, it's like everyone else, it might as well be BS. Unfortunately, it wasn't BS, but that's why it's always good to trust, like, verify from the family first. You do that, you can't go wrong. But if you release something like, "Oh, our bad, she's alive,"
even if it comes from their social media accounts and whatnot, something like just like this situation here, you can't really believe it if they were hacked and they were just.
And it makes the news source a lot less credible. Yeah. Because it's like
you ran with that too fast. Then.
Exactly. They should have taken their time. Like even like Paul Rubens, before anyone could, they made sure they're like. I think they did the right thing. It's always good to hear about this stuff a couple of days later, because it confirms, they take the time to actually do the research to verify their information and go with it. But rather than just run it based on someone's social media pages, I'm sorry.
Do you think that speaks a lot on like journalism today? How we're so quick to be the first to run with the story, that people have lost that art of verifying sources, things like that. Do you think it speaks volumes of that?
I think it does. I think honestly, like I think it's great to it's like, I understand the need to be fast, but don't be fast, be efficient. Efficient means double checking everything. Like even today I was seeing some small minor edits I need to do for the end credits of DreamCon, but the thing is, I'm not going to release that video until I'm 100% certain there's no mistakes made. Right.
Until it's ready, and in this situation, until it's verified, just like you said, because this crap like this can happen. I mean, how embarrassing is it to run with the story? You need to be first, and then the person that you're claiming has passed away themselves. It's like that movie where the plot twist at the end, where the like one of those movies where the alleged victim of the mystery of the crime novel or of the mystery is like was the perpetrator. They were hiding behind the shadows the whole time, and kind of a thing like that. And it's to me, you're right. It speaks to our clickbaity kind of way of doing things nowadays. The need to be first, the need to be fast, and not be efficient. Just like
it's I say it better to slow and steady win the race, but I always believe in being efficient. Taking the time to make sure everything looks good, make sure everything is right and credible, so that way you don't make an ass of yourself. Right. And anyone that ran that story. My guess is TMZ, because they always run stuff like that pretty quickly. They just basically made themselves less of a credible source. And whoever, I think honestly, whoever came up with these, whoever was the lead on these on the stories, they should be let go. They should And the owners of these sources, these news companies, they should own up to their mistake and say, we have made sure that this individual no longer, that person's been removed, that we will make sure before we release any kind of information like this again, we will do our due diligence the right way, the proper way, that's respectful to the family and the loved ones of the individual who may or may not have passed away. Yeah,
because it's easy for them to say, the most part, they're going to say, well, they said they were hacked. It's not our fault that it came from I'll believe that a little bit, that if who else would post it unless it was legit from the actual account? But we live in a world where hacking, and obviously this was one of those situations, hacking is a thing. And if there's not like you said, like a family member that's willing to make that statement, like it was Paul Rubin's closest family member that made that confirmed it and whatnot. Like, if it's not a situation like that where there's legit confirmation, like don't run with it. It's like on a story that we're about to talk about a little bit later in the next. We're to roll on to Wonder Woman. I feel like that's also linked into. It was kind of ironic that both of these, this topic and the very next topic, is about running too quick with rumors and I give them a little bit of a sliver of a pass because it did come from their official account, but the account was hacked, and then they had to make a statement later, and they said that the young lady was traumatized. She said this is what the statement was. It was with a heavy heart that we share that the devastating news of our beloved Claire Sutton, I guess that's her real name, Claire Sutton, and tragic passing. Then the next day, Lil Tay, that's her stage name, told TMZ her account was hacked and that she felt traumatized. It's like, you called it. She felt, horrible that, people would do this to her. And we live in this world where people like to play pranks and it's just a prank, bro, kind of crap,
That's not a prank. Yeah. That's honestly, like, a prank would be like putting a whoopee cushion under someone's chair to hear a fart noise. Yeah. That's a prank. That's not a prank. That is someone that has no sense of morals, that doesn't know that is stepping over a line. Yeah. It's like, you can't make fun of certain things. Yeah. Death is one of them. So, yeah. Yeah.
All right, guys. Let us know what you think about Lil Tay. If you're a follower, I'm sorry, I'm not a follower of it. This is literally my first time hearing about her. Whether or not she's famous or not, I mean,
we're just happy that she is still with us. We wish her a speedy recovery from this situation. From the situation, and we hope the perpetrators that hacked her account are basically brought to justice, whether it's the justice of the courts or karmic justice. Yeah, I always find karmic justice to be a lot more efficient.
A little from column A, a little from column B on the Justice Department. I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of either.
I'm Italian. Both. I always believe an eye for an eye kind of thing.
I heard. I heard that somebody's saying something about the eye for an eye thing isn't really fair, because if somebody does something to you, and it was uncalled for, like I just totally attacked you, and I plucked one of your eyes out, and you're a nice guy. You didn't do anything to deserve it. I was just an asshole, and I plucked your eye out, and I get the same exact punishment. The guy who is the asshole and is a jerk, and I get the same thing that is done to me that was done to a person who was totally innocent. Now this person was like, no. It shouldn't be an eye for an eye. It should be both. It should be double or triple the punishment, because the victim got the exact same punishment, and the victim didn't do anything. I just saw somebody's mentality on it.
Well, I'm old school Italian, so it's kind of like, as I said, I believe in karma. But if there's like an eye for an eye kind of situation, then
I know the punishment. It should be equal or more in some people's opinion. But it was just something that
no worries.
All right, let us know what you guys think about Lil Tay. Like I said, we're glad that it's turned out to be false. I'm always sad to hear that somebody that young has passed. But let's hope that people do better. Stop playing these stupid pranks and these hackers. Do better, man. Do better with your talent. All right, let's move on to the next topic of let me see if this thing is going to work here. So I brought up that Wonder Woman 3. This is Gal Gadot was in an interview and she was talking that she was saying that she was excited that she was in talks with James Gunn and DC Studios that Wonder Woman 3 could still be in the works. And just like the other story being a topic of fake news, for lack of a better phrase, is James Gunn and then or DC or Warner Brothers was like, not so much. What do you think about the idea of a Wonder Woman 3 being a possibility? Because they just recast Superman, and Batman is not the same Batman. But if this was true, how do you feel about hearing about that rumor?
It would make sense to me if they recast Batman and Superman. They would have to recast Wonder Woman.
Right.
I've seen Gal Gadot in her interpretation of Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. I thought the first movie was kind of it was basically Captain America to me, but just Wonder Woman. Because same time frame, same everything. It just felt like a DC ripoff of Captain America in my mind. But I thought she did good for what the character was. She definitely trained hard for the role. I can see that. But I think if James Gunn is trying to try something new, that means everyone from the Snyder,
trilogy,
the Snyder DC.
Yeah.
I guess
the Snyderverse. The Snyder DC. The DCEU universe needs to be
needs to
start over.
Yeah, exactly. Like, because I saw the Flash and I liked the season 3 of the Flash a lot better for that one. I thought it was a lot more fleshed out. Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. As I said, I think rebooting everything makes more sense, and if that means recasting, then great. It would have been cool to see Henry Cavill and Gal Gadot reprise the roles, but obviously if they're
recasting one,
if they're starting from the ground, making a foundation for the new DC, it makes sense that everything that's old has to go.
I agree. I said that if you're going to recast just one or two of the original trilogy, the Batman, Superman, or Wonder Woman, you got to reboot or recast them all. Because I could live with Aquaman, or if Ezra Miller wasn't in the situation that they were in with the trouble that they got in. I'm okay with the Flash being the same actor moving forward, even in a reboot situation, because that Flash movie kind of explained how it could work, but the Trinity, the top three, your Batman, your Superman, your Wonder Woman, if they can't stay consistent, then come on, just don't confuse the audience with this. We are rebooting, but Gal Gadot is my favorite actress, and I want to continue working with her, so she's gonna stay, even though I don't. Maybe I don't like Henry Cavill, so I'm getting rid of him. I'm not saying that that was the situation. It's just it would be too confusing. But when this story first came out, that in that interview when she was asked the question, and that was kind of her response. The first thing I called bullshit. I was like bullshit, because James Gunn is not shy on like social media and announcing things. Right. He has not been shy at all. I said, if it doesn't come from James Gunn or Peter Safran, I don't believe this is. And it turns out this is exactly the situation. They confirmed, no, we're not.
I think people are quick to believe the best situations and best scenarios. It's always good to trust, but trust and verify anything. So if a situation for Wonder Woman, if it doesn't comes out of James Gunn's mouth, shouldn't believe it.
Yeah. He is the studio head. If they do recast, or when they do recast Wonder Woman, any ideas? Any actresses in your mind who could?
I like to always be kind of as oblivious as possible to who they might cast. Like,
how about this? Would you want it to be a well-known actress, or somebody like the way that he did Superman, somebody fairly unknown?
I think there's a lot of different options that they can do. I think if they went with someone unknown, I think give someone the same chance, and make sure they have good chemistry together.
Right.
I think that's why Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, and Gal Gadot did very well on screen. They had good chemistry together. They got to know each other very well.
Right.
So, plus if they might not ask, like if they cast people that are not as well known as them, they might actually have a lot more budget for the rest of the cast.
Sign them into a longer contract.
they might have
they
might have a bigger budget for sets, for crew,
right.
for FX and whatnot.
Yeah.
But as I said, just gotta wait and see.
Yep. I honestly also think that she was trying to. I'm not going to accuse her of or anybody of lying. I think maybe that she had a nice conversation earlier on, and maybe this was a conversation from the past. Maybe this was pre that moment where James officially knew that he was about to reboot the whole damn thing or something like that. Maybe it was this is probably a conversation, like one of the last conversations that she probably had sitting down with any studio heads or anybody at Warner Brothers. And maybe she was just speaking on that. Maybe she really thought it was a possibility, but obviously James Gunn later on came out and was like, oh, no, not so much. It's not happening. So
it's wishful thinking, I think, on her part. She thought the thing went well. I mean, one person thinks one thing goes well could mean the person on the other side of that thing thought it didn't. It was like, okay, she has no idea what.
Well, there was that footage that when Jason Momoa had a meeting with James Gunn and Peter Safran from DC Studios, and he got on Instagram and live stream and was like, just had a great meeting with these guys. Maybe she was like, where's my damn meeting? Do you think she was trying to manipulate the narrative or something?
I don't know. Like only Gal Gadot would know that for sure.
Her publicist.
Exactly.
Just say you got it, and let's see if we can make this happen.
I think honestly saying you got it, it's kind of like wishful thinking, and it's kind of like it either forces people to see you as okay, we got it because of we kind of forced their hand, or I didn't get it because I kind of forced them to. Yeah,
because I put them in a bind, and now they didn't appreciate it. Yeah, so, but James Gunn, doesn't seem like the type of person that's going to be pushed that way. I'm because he's not afraid to get just like he did. Nope, that's not I got it. There she is whispering. Shh, don't. Let's keep this under wraps. But James Gunn immediately came forward and was like, "Nope, that's not the scenario." But he was professional about it. I respect Gal Gadot. I look forward to working with her in the future. Kind of that statement that you're going to hear.
Yeah, I think he definitely wishes her nothing but the best success. I think everyone wants the best success for everyone. It just sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. Yeah, it's nothing personal.
Yeah.
It's business.
Right on. Hey, if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns about that topic, let us know what you guys think. Let's move on to the next topic that I have up. I don't know if you were a fan of the old X-Men cartoon from the 90s.
I remember seeing it on Fox. Come on.
Oh man. Back when TV was on, not streamed right to your phone, when we had network TV.
And we had to VCR it to actually watch it again and again.
Yeah.
I do remember the X-Men cartoon. I think I have it on my hard drive still, and actually I think it's on Disney.
It's on Disney Plus now, yeah.
So actually it was at the actual Marvel booth at San Diego Comic-Con, and they were kind of showcasing all these amazing figurines and everything for X-Men'97, and I'm like, okay, all right, this that definitely reminds me a lot of the old school cartoon.
Well, they say it's a continuation of it. It's the next season.
Hey, I can't wait to see it. Hopefully they get back a lot of the same voice actors.
That's what I'm hoping for too. But here's a quick rundown of who we got. I mean, just the characters: Cyclops, Jean Grey, Wolverine, Beast, Magneto, Morph is back. Storm, Sunspot, I believe, is new. I don't know. Unless I'm just ignorant to it. I've never heard of the Sunspot character. Jubilation Lee is back. Jubilee, Gambit, and Rogue. Just a few of the main cast that we have. But I've never heard of Sunspot. Have you ever heard of maybe that's a new character or?
Actually, there was a guy that I worked with at Comic Palooza. I think it was last year. He was credited, I think, as Sunspot. Mm-hmm. I think it's a guy.
Yeah, there's a picture of the lower left right there.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. No, but it was an interesting character to say the least. But it was an interesting design. I will say the one character that looks a little bit different than the other one. Obviously, Storm looks very different. I'm not a fan of the whole mohawk thing.
That when she was when that alternate universe haircut. That was the only time in the original cartoon where she had it. It was like an alternative universe where she was dating Wolverine, and they decided to make that her haircut moving forward. I don't know why they would choose that. I liked her old haircut
better. In all honesty, I thought her old haircut was very much more flattering.
Yeah, I didn't think. Yeah, you're right. I didn't think that was necessary either to have the haircut. But I mean,
it's a creative difference.
That is a good question that you brought up. Like, please tell me that we got a lot, all of, if not a big chunk of the original voice actors. Because hearing the original voice actor for like Optimus Prime was one of the main reasons why I loved watching the first Transformers movie when it came out. I loved hearing his voice. I love hearing him talk about how he became Optimus Prime. So I want to learn more about these voice actors and their experiences when they were working for Fox, back in the day, and if they're back now. So I'm excited for it. So yeah, this is just a quick new look at the new season or the how the character designs for the upcoming X-Men 97. I believe it's called 97 if I'm not mistaken, because the last season was in 97 or the last season was in 96, and 97 is the continuing.
I think that's the one. Right
yeah,
there.
yeah. It ended. Last season was in 96, so 97 indicates that this is obviously a continuation. All right, guys, let us know what you think about X-Men 97. Are you looking forward to it? What are your questions, comments, concerns on this whole new series? And will you be watching it on Disney Plus like I will be? I don't know if I'm going to do like a after show like I'm doing with the new My Adventures of Superman. But if it's good, then I will. Maybe I'll do an after show on it. So let me know what you guys think of that. And let's move on to real quick to predictions. I just skipped a level, didn't I?
Yeah.
There we go. Weekend box office prediction. So here's what we got. So from the was it Box Office Pro or Box Office Prediction? I forgot what the website was. I'm sorry, but this was their prediction that 1 and 2 is going to be the same. Op and Barbie are still dominating the charts, but at number 3 they have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. Meg 2 will take the number 4 spot, and coming in on its opening weekend, The Last Voyage of the Demeter. I saw that earlier this week. It wasn't bad. I liked it.
I've heard good things. I know probably I'm curious to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. My only criticism for that movie, from what I've seen in the trailers, is how they made April O'Neil look.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm hoping that's just like her kid version, and
she's a teenager.
So I'm hoping that they make her glow up as she gets older, but we'll have to wait and see. But I didn't think there was a need for having a sequel for the Meg. I'm like, really? Why?
Dude, I haven't even seen the first one. It's one of, and maybe I would have fun with it. I don't need a movie to be Oscar everything all the time. I can have fun with a movie like that, but it just didn't appeal to me. So I'm like, where did a sequel come from? Did you see the first?
Unfortunately, it was.
What'd you think? You don't like Statham kicking sharks in the face?
It's like, why?
It's unfortunate.
It's like asking, why is there a Piranhas 2, and why do you call it Piranhas Double D or something?
Yeah, or was it Jaws 3D or something? Did it make you feel like that old flop?
I don't see any.
Where in your hierarchy of it, where does it rank with Sharknado?
At least with Sharknado, that was an interesting concept, but I didn't think if there's a need for a sequel, it's to help continue the story. It's not just it's like, are we going to make an Oppenheimer sequel because the first one did so well?
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
no need, because you've already told the entire story of Oppenheimer. Is there a need for a Barbie sequel? Maybe. I don't know. I still haven't seen it. I'm going to try to see it with my friend either Tuesday or I'm going to try to see if we can make it Tuesday, so that way Wednesday I can just focus on packing up and getting everything ready for ColossCon Texas. But goal is to see Barbie and Haunted Mansion. I want to see those two.
My wife saw. We got press passes and an invitation to see Haunted Mansion. She saw it my wife and Tabitha, who also is on the show. They saw it together. They loved it, and it's not doing. They're disappointed it's not doing better because they said it reminded them of the actual ride at Disney World. They said this one was better than the Eddie Murphy version.
I just kind of rewatched the Eddie Murphy version, but seeing how they are staying a little bit more faithful to the actual ride, I think that's something I'm always a big fan of. Mm-hmm. You know, like even Pirates of the Caribbean. Yeah, they try to make it as accurate.
Close to the ride. Yeah.
Exactly, and I thought they had a great story. I thought they did a good job with that.
Yeah, but what do you any argument against the prediction? Do you think based on what's coming out, what Barbie and Oppenheimer have been doing, do you have any arguments against the prediction that Barbie's going to make another 35 million, 19 million for Oppenheimer? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are predicting 17, Meg 13, and Demeter 8 to round out the top 5.
I think it's more or less accurate, but despite the Meg, I'm hoping that one gets bumped down to number 5.
So your pick is Demeter 4, Meg 5?
The Meg, yeah. out of spite for whoever decided to green light that monstrosity. It's like,
whoa, I see what you did there, monstrosity. The monster. But I agree. I was literally thinking the same thing. I said Switch. So yeah, me and Kevin are in agreement with that. Our prediction is Switch 4 and 5. I think Demeter should, I hope, takes the
one thing I like
spot.
about the Demeter is it's a different Dracula story we've never seen before. Yeah. From his Dracula's actual journey from Transylvania to the New World. Yeah. And to seeing it from the crew's perspective. I think that's I don't think that's a concept we've ever seen before.
Based on one chapter out of that book called Captain's Log. They made a whole movie out of it. I thought that was fascinating.
I like the concept, and I definitely would like to see it. I'll probably see it by myself more than likely. Yeah. But yeah, no, I definitely out of spite.
You don't have anyone that you can convince to go with, like my wife. Like I can't convince her to go with me.
Sometimes I like watching movies by myself. Like I just like to go in just by myself. Like I did that with Scream 6, and I had an absolute blast.
Yeah, when I go by myself, I feel like I feel free to I don't know. I feel like I melt away, and I'm almost there. I feel like, especially when it's good. A movie like Scream 6, I could have. Oh no, I would have probably had a great time.
Like even Mission Impossible, like I got to see that with my friend, and I was like, oh my god, and the guy was like telling me to shut up. I'm like, you shut the hell up. This is a movie.
This is awesome.
If there's going to be a standing ovation and people being like, they're going to do that. It's not my fault. You have no inner emotion as a child because your mom didn't love you.
Yeah, exactly. Let me be happy with Mission Impossible. I love that movie. That movie was good.
Really surprised.
I was really surprised how good it was. Yeah.
I was like, there's no way they can try to top it. I wish it did better in the box office. That's my only criticism, but I can't wait for the follow-up. But I'm really glad how they left it for number 8. So I can't wait to see how it ends.
Agreed. All right. So that's where we are on our predictions. We're pretty much on the same page, except for where Meg is. So let's see if we're right. And on Monday, I'll talk about the results on that. So, moving on to the last topic before we call it, we said that San Diego Comic-Con. You just came back from San Diego Comic-Con. I want to hear about your experiences there, who you met, how much fun did you have, are you going back, all that good stuff. What was it like for you, man?
So I didn't think I was going to go to San Diego Comic-Con this year. Like this year, thanks to DT Jam, a fellow photographer, he kind of helped me navigate to get a press pass at WonderCon, and I got approved for WonderCon. And WonderCon and San Diego Comic-Con are owned by the same entity. Awesome, right? So when you get approved for WonderCon, you get approved for San Diego Comic-Con, and I'm like, okay. I'm not sure if I can go to San Diego Comic-Con. And I had this colleague, Jason Dilworth from CES News or CS or SNSC News Live, whatever. Super cool nerd show. That's it. SCNS. That's it. Basically, he's like, hey, I got this. I'm like, okay, mark me down yes for right now. And I was looking at plane tickets, and I found one that was, pretty decently priced. And I bought it and managed to get everything situated.
And you have it up on all your socials right now. You have it on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, part 1 and part 2. Like literally finishing up the last couple of posts on Instagram for part 2 today, and Monday, I'll be releasing part 3.
Okay.
So this is going to be a 4-part cosplay music video, and just the overall convention itself. It was like, obviously there wasn't any, there was not much celebrities because of the whole SAG AFTRA I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, so I do apologize to SAG for messing up your the way to say that, and also there was the writer's strike as well. Yeah. But there was definitely, this year was definitely went more to the comic book creators and the people that basically, I guess they call it back to Comic-Con's original glory.
Back to the source.
Before movies and TV shows started. You know, there was still some, movie and TV show stuff that they were showing off here and there, but it was fun. There was a lot of cool places to, like, definitely to film at that location. You have to definitely be flexible and not, like, for me, I like to have the subject, the background, and not a lot of people behind, unless they're like at a far distance. So I had to be very, very like laxed in how I normally do my shoots. Thankfully, there was a couple of shots that weekend that I was really glad I got. Yeah. But I think there was one thing that really stood out to me for that weekend for San Diego Comic-Con, and there was decent police presence there to make sure that no one's going to do something stupid. So there was a cop set up this drone.
Okay.
So they fly the drone, but what they do is they leave it hovering in that one place. So one day when I was trying to get my drone shot with Jason and the others, we keep hearing this sound, this screeching bird. I'm like, what the heck is that noise? And we keep hearing it over and over again. And I'm like, if someone has a freaking sound effect thing that I don't know about, what the heck's going on? Anyway, then next day I keep hearing that. And, I already got my drone shot and whatnot. And, I look up to see the drone and I see this bird, like, I'm not sure if it was a hawk or an eagle or a seagull, but it was swooping in and making those noises like, eh. I'm like thinking.
Was he attacking the drone?
They were trying to attack the drone and the cops had to do evasive maneuvers.
So somebody's pet hawk was trying to.
It literally reminded me of this scene from Almost Heroes with Chris Farley is getting in trouble with the eagle. Like, he grabs the thing and you hear this, like, dun da 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 da, and you hear this like eagle like, ah! And Chris Farley literally just reminded me of that. That reminded me of that situation reminded me of that Chris Farley moment. But
that's funny.
The after parties I went to were hosted by Next Level Entertainment, which is, I think, run and operated by this guy called The Geek Gatsby. The Geek Gatsby, okay. Yeah, and these after parties were so immense and amazing, and just. Like, there was so much stuff to do there. They even had actors from, like, on the 90s Nostalgia Night, they had actors from Salute Your Shorts, all that. And the guy that was playing the Ginger from Salute Your Shorts, he was singing one of the nights. And they even had Alyssa Reyes, the Hispanic girl from all that, singing as well. Okay. And it was just like, oh, my God, so much nostalgia there. And there was so much stuff to do there. There was... It was fun, but probably the one I really enjoyed the most was the Monster Ball party, because everyone was dressed up like as scary characters. They even had this one person on, that was sort of like deemed up. They had like stilts and everything. Oh, okay, and it was just so much cool stuff. Yeah. And there were times where I thought I saw, someone dressed as a certain character, and I tried to find that person again, but I couldn't find them. So I'm like thinking, am I hallucinating because I haven't had much to eat or drink today, or did I actually see a Scooby-Doo villain walk around? I'm not sure. Yeah, man. Because I would have loved to capture that, but no, there was just so much to do, and I'm thankful to have the chance to record as much as I did, to work with as many people as I did, and these 4 videos will serve as the 196th, 197th, 198th, and the 199th cumulative cosplay music videos on my YouTube channel, and I've literally... after that's done, then I got the 200th cosplay music video being released, I think the very last week of August, I think. So kind of excited about that because I've been working on that and tweaking it little by little, I think ever since the middle of last year. So it's just been happening more and more. But it's just kind of like, oh my God, I can't believe it's going to be coming out soon. Yeah. I have my colleague, Nathaniel, he goes by the handle My Main Character. Okay. He did, I did some special effects shots for some of these videos, and I did it on my own, but I'm like, I want to see what you can do. Yeah. And, you know, I'm about to finish paying him up before the video goes live because, you know, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
You know, you want to, before you release a video, you want to make sure
that they're covered, that they're paid.
Exactly. He's already halfway paid, so the other half is coming out soon. But he did a fantastic job. And even the guy that did my logo for Kevin the Director, I told him, I want you to create something special for the 200th CMV. And he did a fantastic job with that.
I might want to talk to you about that.
The logo?
If you have a recommendation. I want to,
I definitely, I got some recommendations. But no, he did a fantastic job giving my logo kind of a spin for the 200th CMV. No, but like literally San Diego Comic-Con was, I didn't think I was going to have that much fun, but I
had a blast. First time in San Diego?
No, actually, this is my second time. The first time was back in 2010. So it's been 13 years since I was last there. But I was
triumphant return.
It was very weird because it was so much bigger than I remember as, you know, back then. But now I'm like, okay, it's big, but it's easier to get to get a footing here, you know. Yeah. But I definitely was trying to, you know, reach out to several other videographers to, you know, collaborate with, you know, to hang out with. Probably the one I hung out with the most was the LA Explorer. He definitely helped me out, and I helped him out. Okay. And we're going to be working together next weekend at ColossCon, Texas. So he's a great videographer, huge potential, and he actually surpassed my numbers of subscribers since his ColossCon Prime video a couple of weeks ago. So he's going to try to teach me some things, so hopefully I can learn those things and try to grow my YouTube channel a bit more. But ever since San Diego Comic-Con, subscribers have slowly increased little by little. But I'm not going to get a payout this month. Next month I will get a payout for my YouTube channel.
Yeah, you've been your content is amazing. I like the work that you put on and you can see it, guys, when he really Kevin takes his time. You can tell he wants it to be as good as it can be. You put in a lot of editing. I can see the amount of editing. I get so frustrated with editing. I can tell that you're a perfectionist. You needed to.
The hardest part was divvying out the clips evenly to parts 1, 2, 3, and 4. Like I had like 5 layers. Basically, you know, like the top layer was you know, my original cosplay timeline sequence, and I'm like, okay, clip 1, you're part 1. Clip 2, you're part 2. And basically, then after that, it's like, okay, and then I need to kind of reorganize, you know, each clip to make sure, you know, nothing is the same thing over and over again, or same location, or same camera movement, or basically the same environment. But I think one of the things I also enjoyed about San Diego Comic-Con was this fashion show called the Her Universe. And actually, you can see that. There's a...
I was going to ask you if there was anything you wanted me to highlight.
There's go down a little bit.
Okay.
Keep going down. I'll tell you when to stop. So there is this thing, as I said, called the Her Universe. Okay, go to the right of the Samus. Samus, go down one.
Go right.
Yeah, that one is that's part of the Her Universe fashion show. That is basically talented people in fashion that basically created amazing shots, and this person had makeup on, so that way they could look like you know, they're, you know, like a ghost character. And as you can see from the makeup, that is a shot I liked a lot because it actually looked really amazing. And I got to go on this high-rise thing and capture these shots, which is hard to do on a gimbal. I wish I would have brought my tripod with me. I would have gotten a lot more stabilized shots, but these shots, these people just came up with these original designs. They were doing couture, but the person that hosted and ran this thing was the voice of Ahsoka Tano from the Star Wars show.
Okay.
And I can show you what she wore if you exit out this real quick. Scroll up. All right, keep going, keep going, keep going. That one right there.
Right here?
No, one up. Yeah, that's Ahsoka Tano, and she's wearing this original design, and they actually had like these LCD screens that were, you know, flexible, and just the way they did that was absolutely amazing to look like a film strip, but also
that was actually animating on a those are LED screens.
Those are screens. Yeah, those are actually playing scenes on her thing. Like I wanted to get one by herself, and this was the only one I could get by herself, and I thought it actually stood out really well. And she was wearing that the entire night, and they even had the guy that played the genie from the. From the
live action,
the Broadway Aladdin show.
Oh, okay.
If you scroll up, I can show it to you.
Okay.
And yeah, no, they did it. They had a great show there and everything. So I was really pleased with it. I'll let you know when you get to him. There he is. Up one.
Here, Aladdin?
Yeah, that's him. That's the actual actor who plays the genie in Aladdin.
On Broadway. Okay.
Yeah. He was definitely very animated for sure.
I mean, you gotta be if you can pull off the genie. I'm sure he's a ball of energy.
Oh yeah.
I've never been disappointed in whether it's the live action movie with Will Smith. I liked his take on it. I love Robin Williams, and I'm pretty sure that he was. You can already see the energy.
Oh yeah, he was singing "Never Had a Friend Like Me." Like he was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was singing that like hardcore, but Awesome. It definitely was a fun time for sure. Yeah. And anytime.
Oh, you got a big Lebowski there?
Yeah, that's a fake drink. I wish it was a real drink, unfortunately. But no, like just meeting with a lot of people there was just.
That's what I love about conventions, man. Just interviewing and talking with the people out there, and I love it when you cover it. Too, and because you mingle and get out there, man. When your content comes out and you share all the people that you met, I feel like, man, I'm not doing enough. I need to open my mouth and talk to people, just like how you do it.
The worst thing that anyone can say is no. Right? Exactly. So that's the way I see it. Like most of the time, I just try to capture what I can, but make sure every video has an equal amount of people in there. This was at one of the after parties. This I think it was the 8-bit or the 90s nostalgia night. And these guys were just dancing and having fun.
I never thought I'd see Cobra Commander just loosen up like that.
That's Destro right there having the ball. Cobra Commander's just been like,
whatever. Oh, whatever. I'll do what I want.
There you go.
You guys can suck it.
Another defeat by these Joes. That's more drinks. just enjoy yourself, Cobra.
No, but those after parties were fun. Like I think let's see, keep going up a bit. Like even like let's see.
Oh, now I gotta ask you about this one. I saw this one. That did you add that lightsaber in there? Or was that her lightsaber?
That's an FX. But I had to track that.
Okay.
Some parts I did okay. Some parts I'm like, oh.
No, I loved it. Man.
But I think I made it work for what it was.
Oh yeah, it fooled me. I was like, wait, no way that's an actual lightsaber that shimmers like that. But you fooled me.
You can get that on production crate, I think. But the ones I released just before coming down here were the top 3. Those were the Little Mermaid, Star Trek, and another person from the. She came up with her own character based on Main Street, either in Disneyland or Disney World, but she had a lot of good energy for that one. Yeah. But they definitely had they basically had 2 winners from that, and one of them was a Storm cosplayer, and one was a Minnie Mouse. But this location, I wish I would have known about it earlier, but I thought just that spot was beautiful.
Yeah.
There was another Ariel cosplayer with her. She was dressed up as the live action Ariel, so they're going to be in the 200th CMV and potentially the 2023 rerun CMV at the end of the year.
Awesome.
But yeah, no, it was fun, and I think my only regret is not getting all the San Diego Comic-Con stuff out earlier because of DreamCon. But DreamCon was just as packed as San Diego Comic-Con, and I got to work with so many people there, and there was a lot of people there that were like, "Oh my God, you're Kevin!" I'm like, "Yeah." It's like I do my unboxing videos. I post selfies. It's hard not. I think some people sometimes assume I'm a different looking guy. I'm like, I'm the same looking guy always. The only time I'm looking different is if I don't have a beard.
Right.
But no, it was a fun time. I had a good time that weekend, and there were just so many people willing to work with me, and the staff was especially helping me work with all the guests there. Yeah. And getting all the shots I really want and need. That was just... Yeah,
you meet a lot of amazing people at these conventions. That's where I met Tabitha, and she's been with us for over a year now. And I got to do better at mingling and getting out there. Like you said, the worst they can say is no, right?
Exactly. And for me, I think after next year, it'll just be like if I go to a convention, it'll be to either hang out or someone's hired me personally to do their content. Like I know... I'll be at Etchy Expo, not to film their convention, but just to work with a cosplayer that I've worked with constantly. And but yeah, no, just trying to help her create content for her, for her pages, and trying to make sure, just everything looks good. But also, we're just going to hang out. Her, and a couple other friends, we're all just going to hang out, and just relax and enjoy ourselves. But I'm not partaking in that convention anymore. So that last year was my last year there.
Okay.
At least as a videographer. But if anyone wants to hang out, like I'd be like, okay, I'm in this. We can hang out in the hotel lobby. I'm okay with that. So but as I said, a lot of conventions, particularly in Texas, I've already stopped filming as a cosplay videographer. So I think next year, as I said, a lot of the next year is my last year as the full director's cut costume music video season. That'll be season 10, and if I do any other season, it'll be like short seasons, like specials, like Doctor Who specials, right, or something like that. Okay. So, yeah,
awesome, man. I've just started out in the convention world. Comicpalooza was my first time, and I was invited to more, but life gets in the way. I'm trying to, it can be expensive trying to fly over, and especially if you're not prepared, like I was, and I wish I could have gone to them all.
It just takes a lot of coordination, but I think that's why I want to do. Like, I'd rather try to travel to different events, not like every month, but like maybe like if it's out of Texas, maybe like once or twice every semester. I think is the right word. But aside from that, just I don't think you need to do as much anymore. I think if you want to work with someone, just say, hey, I want to work with you. What can we do to work together? And try to find a way to make it work.
Right.
Yeah. But occasionally I want to just do short videos that are like 1 to 2 minutes long on my YouTube channel that showcases that cosplayer, or even do a skit with them. So
that's great, man. And like I said, your work comes out really great, and I enjoyed it. And let's plug it again. If people want to find your work online, where can they do it? Let's do the shameless plug.
All right. So anyone that wants to find me, just hit up at Kevin the Director on all my social media pages, except for Twitter. It's Kevin the Director with an after the T, it's just an R, because of you can only have a certain amount of characters. It's oh wait, it's not Twitter anymore. It's now X.
X, yeah. Send them a couple X's.
So no,
that's weird to say, isn't it? Yeah, send me an X.
But just basically, a lot of my stuff is on a lot of my social media pages are literally on. If you just click a description of my YouTube videos,
you can find all your socials.
Yeah, all my socials are there. Just
Kevin
just
the Director.
The clickety click.
Yeah, not Kevin Smith, but the other.
I still need to meet him. The moment I meet him,
that's
I
my
want to
dream.
show him, be like, I'm going to show him my social media pages, and he'll be like,
"Oh, so you're the Kevin the Director."
You're like, I'm the son of a bitch.
Yeah,
you stole my
you're
name.
The other, you're the other Kevin.
Technically, I've had that name since MySpace, so if you want to get it off of me, I'm okay with selling it. Mm-hmm. All I ask is that I work with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Closely.
Yeah, a little quid pro quo.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's one of my dream meets. I got to meet Kevin Smith, man. I got to meet him. Before we close it out, I always end the show with some live. We have some comments in the chat. I think when we were talking about the this was either about Lil what was her name, Lil Tay, or this was about Gal Gadot. We were talking about love spreading false rumors. Are you saying, Derpy? Are you saying that you love spreading false rumors? What are we talking about here? I hope not, man. That's not cool.
This just in, Derpy Entertainment. I would have been mad.
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, if we're talking about Lil Tay and like you said, if because you said earlier that it's not a joke when it's about death and it causes that's just,
especially for the person that it's about. Mm-hmm. I mean, can you imagine if Paul Rubens were alive and he was like, "I'm not dead," No, that would mess with a lot of people.
Exactly. Let's see. Trying to see if I can in context what we're talking about. Ariel Mortman. I'm sorry, I don't remember what we might have been talking about at the time when you mentioned that. I'm sorry, man. But Momoa is coming back as Lobo. I hope so. I hope that meeting was about Lobo. Would I be mad if he stays on as Aquaman? Because as it was spoilers, but if you haven't seen the Flash movie, but as it was explained, and I'm not going to get into too many spoilers, but as the multiverse was explained there, it could happen. You could keep people. It's explained why people still look the same, why people look different. So
I think Momoa could be a good Lobo.
Lobo.
I think
if you were voting, if you were James Gunn right now, if the decision right now, stay as Aquaman or come back as Lobo. What do you think?
I've seen people come back as different characters in different comic books, stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I mean, Chris Evans was originally, the Human Torch. Then he became, Captain America.
Yeah. How much fun would it be in an upcoming Marvel movie where he has to put on, it'd be another, come back as that Human Torch version again? And
it's kind of hard to see him as that character, especially playing Captain America so well. I never would have thought to him playing that kind of role, but he's definitely been doing good with the serious stuff lately. Yeah. And I think one of the movies I really liked him in was Gifted. I really liked that movie a lot.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry if I don't understand what we're talking about, because I can't remember when you sent this one. She's 29, 5'9", and Israeli and American. I guess we're talking about Ariel Mortman. I guess that's who we're referring to. Is she a cosplayer, or is it maybe she's a cosplayer or something? We can look it up, maybe.
Yeah, hang on. Let's see. Ariel Mortman. Let me see who that
Derpy
is.
Entertainment continues off, and I appreciate you in the live chat with your comments. And LOL, imagine voting for Cavill. What's wrong? I like Cavill. When we were talking about keeping one of the
okay, so this is Ariel Mortman.
Okay.
As Wonder Woman?
Oh, maybe that's what. Yeah, that's probably the question that we were like.
I can't see her as Wonder Woman. I can't.
Who did Chris Evans just work with? And that Apple TV Plus movie that they just did together from Knives Out.
She was in. Let's see. She was in Blonde.
And in Knives Out. The first Knives. I could see her as Wonder Woman.
Maybe. I think she'd make a great Hawk girl, though. I think she'd make a good Hawk girl.
Is that who they cast? That's not who they already cast.
No. If it was me, I would cast her as
Dude,
Hawk.
That's what you.
Yeah,
okay.
I can see her more as a Hawk girl.
Okay, no, that makes sense. All right, okay. Damn, man, you might have just changed my mind.
Well, no, for me,
Oh wait, you said it again. That's the third time saying. So that's why I pulled up the sound. Anytime somebody says it, I gotta.
For me.
Go ahead. My fault.
All right. The way I see it is whoever they cast as Wonder Woman, they have to see. Everyone has to see that person as Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
If I can't, if a few people can't see it, then the illusion is not there anymore.
I agree. I didn't have a problem with Gal Gadot's casting, but in the beginning, when she was first announced, and that's usually how it happens when Ben Affleck was announced, I thought it was perfect. But I knew, what did people say? The Geely and all that. People had their hang-ups on it. But I knew that he was, jacked, and I knew his love for Batman. I felt like he could. I wasn't.
Even Robert Pattinson was a great Batman.
Yeah. He did. Well, Pattinson pissed me off with that when he kind of trolled the internet and saying I'm not working out, but he was just messing with everybody.
Yeah, I think
else.
they lie a little bit.
He was just teasing the fans. He knew the fans would get pissed off at that statement. That's why he said he's just messing with people. I'm not gonna work out at all. Out of shape Bruce Wayne or something like that.
I know if I got cast as a superhero, I would want to hire a professional trainer to make sure. I wouldn't say to get rich, but look well enough for the character. I think that's probably the best word I can say it.
When I'm so bad with names. Alita Battle Angel, what's the actress who played Alita Battle Angel. When I interviewed her on the channel, the one thing that she always said because the rumors are that she might be coming back and there might be a part 2. She said one thing that stood out a lot that she said was, I don't want to just look good on film. I want to be good, on film. And so she took that role real seriously. So you just reminded me of that when you said that.
That's good to hear.
I want to just look good on film, and I want to be good on film. But the last comment comes in from Arash Hijarajabi. I'm sorry if I'm
Haji Rabaji.
Rajabi. He says, "Hi, I love you all. The most ultra omega infinity much."
Aw, thank you.
Yeah. Is that a follower? Is he a follower here?
I have no idea. I just say thank you because anyone that shows love, it's like, thank you very much. Because there's a lot of people that show hate. Nowadays, but
I appreciate
show
the
love.
Yeah,
there's a lot of wisdom in that.
Infinity.
Mm-hmm.
I love it. If you like it, I love it. Infinity much. There you go. That's a good way to end it off, guys. Thank you for joining us here for this. I know this wasn't the normal time that I do the rundown, but I wanted to. I asked if Kevin could join me on Friday, and then the day job got in the way. I'm a realtor, so somebody wanted a house, so I had to show a couple of houses, But I'm glad you were able to come back and talk about San Diego Comic-Con and go over, because I love your work, man. If you guys are not following him, go find him, Kevin the director, not Smith, the Kevin. This is the real Kevin, the director on all the socials. But except for you said on X, it's different there, right?
Yeah, it's rather than Kevin it's like you could type in Kevin the direct and then type the word R.
Okay.
Because I couldn't put the O in the R because it's like I'm Kevin the directo. So like Kevin the director with an R. So
Kevin Directo. That sounds like a Batman villain. Mr. Directo. But guys, you can follow him on all the social medias, especially and follow his YouTube channel. Subscribe, which is follow, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Yep. And appreciate you guys for watching this episode of The Rundown. Until next time, I'll see you guys on Monday. Like I said, I'm going to be doing the show Monday through Friday. So this is the first week where I'm actually going to hopefully get that. Hopefully I'm not lying to you. Maybe I won't oversleep this week. So Monday through Friday, check out The Rundown. I'll see you guys then. Until next time, guys, peace. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. I really do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts on this topic or any topics that you think that we should talk about in upcoming videos. Also, you can follow us at T3 Medias on Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, Twitter, and we also have a T3 Media Studios podcast where we post our movie reviews and episodes of The Rundown. Till next time, guys.